Hello and welcome you all back on History Adulan. Today, let's study 7th standard lesson from history, devotional path to divine. This lesson deals with the idea of supreme God. Before the formation of large kingdoms, the idea about small kingdom, individual God and goodness had emerged. It focused on birth and rebirth. Same time, there existed social discrimination and inequality. Since same time, people turned to Buddha and Jain teachings. Other bonded bhakti to Shiva, Vishnu, Durga and Bhagavad Gita. There were several methods of worship recommended even in Puranas. From 7th to 9th century, Nayanars, meaning devotees of Shiva, and Alvars, devotees of Vishnu, came from all the castes, including untouchables like that of Pulaiyar and Punars. They were critics of Buddhist and Jains. Sangam literature is said to be one of the earliest Tamil literature. From 10th to 12th century, Chol and Panda kings were patron of temples, poems and bhakti tradition. Hagiographies were written by Nayanars and Alvars. They were the biographies of Alvars and Nayanars. Shankara or Shankaracharya was famous philosopher of Kerala in 8th century. He advocated Advait, meaning oneness of individual soul and supreme God. He considered the world as illusion or Maya. Another devotee and saint of Bhakti movement was Ramanuj. He was born in Tamil Nadu in 11th century. He was influenced by Alvars, who were devotees of Vishnu. He advocated Vishishtadvait, meaning doctrine qualified oneness of soul even if united with Supreme God remain distinct. He inspired Bhakti in North India. Let's discuss more about Veerashaiva movement that had started in Karnataka. It was initiated by Basavanna. His companions were Allamma Prabhu and Akkama Devi. This began in Karnataka in mid-12th century. He believed in equality of human being. They were against Brahmanical ideas of caste and idol worship. The saints of Maharashtra contributed a lot towards Bhakti cult. From 13th to 17th century, several saint poets wrote in simple Marathi. Jnaneshwar, Namadev, Ekanath, Tukaram are some of the notable examples. They wrote Abhanga, meaning devotional hymns in Marathi. Sakhubai, a woman saint, and Chokha Mela belonged to untouchable class. They focused on Vitthal, form of Vishnu, temple in Pandharpur. They rejected ritualism and social differences based on birth. They rejected idea of renunciation and preferred to live with their families. Now let's see saints from Gujarat. Narsi Mehta was most popular saint of this state. He was Vaishnava who understood others' pain and believed in sharing others' pain. Nathbantis, Siddhas and Yogis. They criticized conventional religion and social order, advocated renunciation of the world. Salvation, that is mukti or moksha, lay in meditation on formless ultimate God. They believed in training mind and body by yogasanas, breathing exercises and meditation. along with Hindus, many Muslim saints contributed a lot towards Bhakti movement. So let's see the contribution of Islam and Sufism. They rejected religiosity, emphasized on love, devotion, and compassion. They strictly followed monotheism, meaning worship of single God, and rejected idol worship, developed holy law of Shariat. They composed poems and had rich literature. Silsila was a genealogy of Sufi teachers. Sufi center developed in India during Delhi Sultanate. The famous example is Chishti Silsila, wherein we know more about teacher Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti of Ajmer. Tomb or Dargah was a place of pilgrimage of Islam. Saint Kabir was brought up in Muslim Julahas, meaning weavers' family in Varanasi. His collection of verses called Sakhis and Pads. Later it was preserved in Guru Granth Sahib, Panchavani and Bijak. He opposed worship of both Brahmanical and Hinduism and Islam. Believed in formless Supreme God. Religious development in North India. Kabir and Baba Guru Nanak rejected all orthodox religions. Tulsidas and Surdas accepted existing belief but wanted to make this accessible to all. Tulsidas wrote Ramacharit Manas in Awadhi. Awadhi is the language of East UP. He was a devotee of Prabhu Ramachandra. Surdas was a devotee of Sri Krishna and wrote works of Sursagar, Sur Saravali and Sahitya Lahari. Shankar Dev was Vishnu's devotee from Assam. He established Namaghar, house of recitation and prayer. Mirabai was Rajput princess, got married in a family of Mewar in 16th century. She was a disciple of Sant Ravidas, who belongs to untouchable caste. They were Krishna devotee, challenged norms of upper class and got popular in Rajasthan and Gujarat. Their work is available in regional language and it is oral. Let's know more about Sikhism and its founder Guru Nanak and his ideas. He worshipped one God. Caste, creed or gender was irrelevant of attaining liberation. Used term Nam, Dan and Isnan for essence of teaching which meant right worship, welfare of others and purity of conduct. His teachings known as Nam Japna, Kirta Karna and Vanda Chakna, which means right belief and worship, honest living and helping others. Baba Guru Nanak was born at Talwandi, present-day Pakistan. He established center at Kartarpur, Dera Baba Nanak on bank of river Ravi. His followers ate in common kitchen called Langar. He created sacred place called Dharmasala or Gurudwara. Before his death, he appointed Lehana Guru Angad as his successor. Guru Angad compiled Guru Nanak's work Gurumukhi. Guru Govind Singh, who was the 10th Guru of Sikh, carried out writings of Sheikh Farid, Saint Kabir, Namadev and Guru Tegh Bahadur. In 1706, completed it as Guru Granth Sahib. Harminder Sahib, that is Golden Temple in 17th century. This is a town of Ramdaspur, present-day Amritsar, as state within the state. Sikh movement got politicized in 17th century after the execution of Guru Arjan in 1699. Formed a Khalsa by Guru Govind Singh in same year. As every chapter we correlate with the international happenings. So here also let us correlate Bhakti movement of India with the West. Martin Luther and his Reformation. He was 16th century reformer in Europe. He was against Roman Catholic. He insisted use of language of ordinary people rather than Latin and translated Bible to German language. He spread use of printing press, opposed practice of indulgence or domination of to church. Protestants suggest their origin of ideas from Martin Luther. So that's all about our lesson, Devotional Path to Divine. Keep tuned for the next class. Thank you very much.